is heavy here. Oh, it's good news that we're getting right down to dirt though. Look at that. I don't know if you can see that. There's dirt on the ground. I did this spot last year, and yeah, I had to go all the way up the hill. I think I'm just doing a little spot at the bottom here for her. If I can find a spot, I guess. I had to go all the way up to their cabin up top, and it took me like 2 hours. The snow was so deep. They didn't realize to phone me earlier in the season so that I could keep it plowed out for them. There we go. We broke through that crust. It's not too bad. She said make just a parking area at the bottom for her, which means she's gonna have to walk all the way up that hill. But last year when I did this, it was a lot harder. Okay, I got her in 4 low now. I don't want to beat on it, but let's just see how this pushes. Like the blade quit scraping. Did I not have it down all the way? Okay. See, that's what happened last year. It kept getting harder and harder like that. See, what's getting me is we've had a bunch of rain the last week. With the rain that we've had, it's making this quite difficult. Because I didn't mind beating on it. I'd literally just keep hitting this pile. I'd literally just keep hitting this pile until something happened. Oh my God. See, this people's what happens when you don't have your driveway graded or graveled. I'm pushing what feels like pit run. Yeah, look at all the big rocks in it. If those rocks weren't there, this wouldn't be shaking around. It wouldn't be grabbing like that. I wouldn't have to run with the blade up just a little bit. Absolutely no clue how we made it that far. See, up here it gets quite a bit wider, so I'll be able to be a little braver. This lower section, there's ditches on both sides, obviously for springtime, but it doesn't help me this time of year, does it? feel like if I could get up top, I could spin around and push all this downhill pretty easily. But I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to make it up top, and I really, really don't want to get stuck. We're on a pretty good hill here. So I should be able to back out if I can. Yeah, at least I can back out. Well, you know what? We've made it this far, and all we've been doing is scraping the ground just barely. I feel like if I had my quad here, this would be easier. Extra 4 or 5 feet. Full-size boulders. Show you how we're making out. Now this thing's pretty expensive to run by the hour, but I do have 2 driveways out this way that I'm doing. So I think maybe I think what I'm going to do is be a really good guy to these people, and I'm going to try to make it up to their cabin. Because if I can make it up to their cabin, then they don't have to walk all this way. They just didn't want to spend the whole money because budget's tight. Well, budgets are always tight. Budgets are always tight. Why not help someone out? Do extra for the same price. downhill, I'll just end up hitting these rocks and getting stuck. I want to be able to go downhill slowly like I did on the other side so I don't damage anything. This new pickup turns so much better than my Ford did. This would have been a 6-point turn with the Ford, and it was a crew cab. Sorry, it was a regular cab, so no big cab behind it to get you hung up in tight spots. But the turning radius of this thing, it's the same year. They're both 2004s. This one will turn on a dime. Yeah, this one's a crew cab, but it's got a short bed on it. So with the short bed, it should be about the same length as the Ford. There's no reason why the Ford didn't turn that good. This will be our last pass out. Snap a picture behind me so they got something to be happy about. Looking in the mirror here, that pass didn't really do very well on the left side of me. And I don't want to come back up and return around, so let's just back up and fix it. Yeah, starting right here. That's probably why. Okay, we're gonna call that good. Put her back in 4 high, and we're on our way. There's a doggo. every time that it snowed, but they cheaped out, and now they only call me when they're coming up. And of course it's up a hill, which is why I put the tires on this morning, because I knew there was no way I was going to do this with those bulb tires. But I gotta plow this. So funny. Take a chop at it from the halfway point like that, there's no way I'd ever be able to drive up the hill plowing. But I did warn them that it was going to be quite expensive because of the rain we've had lately, and they were fine with it as long as this doesn't rip their little stuff off. So that's fine. I usually just push this right here. Should be able to plow uphill into that pile. If not, I can at least take a run at it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to plow that yet or not, but this driveway is a lot smoother than that last one. So with any luck, I can drop this, keep up some momentum. Made it a lot farther than I thought it would. Here's where chains are nice. I don't have chains on this. Haha. Here I thought we were gonna get high centered on that. These new tires with this heavy truck are just awesome. You gotta watch when you're plowing these people's places too, because if you look way in the distance, you can see a wellhead sticking up. You wouldn't want to hit something like that when you're plowing. So what I usually do to this place is I'll just plow the snow to there. To get it back far enough because they got this little shed on the right here. I don't know if they need access to it, but I've been plowing this for the last 3 or 4 years, and this is what I've always done, and they've always called me back, and I find repeat customers are the best customers, especially these people. They're from out of town, so I've got their gate key and stuff. I just come on in and do my own business, do my own thing. Better for them, they're coming up tomorrow. Better for them that I'm already here and getting it done. And then they can show up and come in because it's plowed. There's something there. Now we're gonna spin around and plow up on the right side towards the house. Push that all down into their field because that's the best spot for it. I want to show you this. We're plowing up half the width of the truck, or half the height of the truck. Like, this stuff's not easy. Not easy at all. Look at that, one pass right down to dirt for the most part. big heavy truck plows are just awesome. Plowing my quad would never do that first pass. I'd have to chisel away at it 2 inches